Hey guys, this is Mr. Grice for Algebra 2, Unit 1, Final Exam Review. Please remember that we're supposed to be using no calculator on this. Show all of your work and write the answers on the line provided. Now, you can use a multiplication chart if you've got one out. Okay? So, let's go ahead and start going through this. Number 1 says, what fraction of the figure is shaded? Okay? And to write your answers in lowest terms. So, this is going to be shaded over all, okay? That's what the fraction is going to be out of. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we got 9 shaded, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, another 9. So that's 9 out of 18, okay? Now, can we reduce 9 over 18? You bet your butt you can, okay? You can divide both of those by 9, and you're really talking about 1/2. So half of those boxes are shaded in, okay? Find the prime factorization of 800, okay? Factorizations, we are breaking it down. What numbers multiply to get to 800, okay? Using your multiplication charts, you can find any sort of combinations of numbers that multiply to get to 800, okay? What comes to mind right away for me, 80 and 10. 80 times 10 is 100, or 800, okay? And now we need to start breaking down 8. Well, we'll do the same kind of thing. 8 times 10. Oh, well, can we break 8 down? Well, yeah, 8 is 2 times 4. Can you break 2 down? No. 2's a prime number, okay? Now, when you break 4 down, it's 2 times 2, okay? Both of those are prime numbers. We break 10, 2 times 5, okay? Prime numbers. 10, once again, is 2 times 5. Okay, so that's prime factor, that's when we're factoring 800, okay? Now, when we write our final answer, from lowest to highest, so we got 2, 2 2's, that's 3 2's, 4, 5 2's, and, oh, that's supposed to be 5. And 2 5's. So if you were to multiply all of those numbers out, you'd end up getting 800. Okay. Number 3. Divide 16 over 25 divided by 4 over 15. Now, if you remember that when we divide, we really multiply by the reciprocal, which means we have to flip that fraction, okay? So 16 over 25 times, and then you flip the other fraction, 15 times 4, okay? So we can either multiply straight across, or we can kind of look at the kitty corners to see if we can reduce those. And for both of these you can, because 16 and 4, if you divide both of those by 4, 4 goes into 4 once, and 4 goes into 16 4 times. And then 15 and 25, what numbers go into both of those? Well, 5 does. 5 goes into 15 3 times, and 5 goes into 25 5 times. Okay, so what we're really multiplying now is 4 over 5 times 3 over 1. Multiply straight across, you get 12 over 5, and can we reduce that? No. So 12 over 5 is our final answer. All right, number 4. Number 4 says to subtract and to write the answer in lowest terms. Now, right away you should be looking at these numbers and be like, hey, Mr. Grice, I can't subtract those. Well, why not? Well, you need to have an LCD. So an LCD of 5 and 7. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 40. And that list just keeps on going. Okay, let's count by 7. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42. Oh, wait a second. There we go. We have our LCD. So we know that we're going to be subtracting 35 over something minus 35 over something, but we got to figure what those out. What are those? So 3 over 7 equals something over 35, and 4 over 5 equals over 35. So we multiplied 5 by 7, so we have to multiply the top by 7. And the same thing here. What you multiply the bottom, you got to do to the top. So those are the fractions that we're actually multiplying, or subtracting, I'm sorry. Okay? So 15 over 35 minus 28 over 35. So now all we got to do is subtract. Okay? 15 minus 28, you will be getting a negative number. And if you need to off to the side, do 28 minus 15 to make sure you subtract them right. 13, and then the 35, the denominator stays the same. Okay? Alrighty. Number 5. Simplify. 15 minus 2 parentheses 12 divided by 6 times 2. So for this, we need to follow the order of operations. So we have to do what's inside the parentheses first. And inside the parentheses, we have division and multiplication. Okay? We need to remember that those two are from left to right. So whatever comes first, that's what we have to do. Everything on the outside stays the same. And then 12 divided by 6 is 2. Okay? So we're still inside the parentheses. 2 times 2 is 4. Now, can I subtract, or what's the parentheses mean? Remember, that parentheses right there is really multiplication, and multiplication comes before subtraction. So we have to multiply. 2 times 4 is 8, and then 15 minus 8 is 7. So 7 is your final answer. Okay. Number 6. Write in exponential form -3 times -3 times -3. So exponential forms means using exponents, so right away we can get rid of those guys. Okay? Now, when we're doing this, we're taking everything that we've got, which is -3, and then we count how many we have, and we have 3 of those. So that answer is B. And number 7 says use the list below to identify the following types of numbers. We're talking about rational numbers and irrational numbers. Now in class we talked about rational numbers are any number you can write as a fraction. Okay? So I know for a fact that we can write -0.33 repeating as a fraction because technically that's -1/3. Okay? Now pi, can you write pi as a fraction? No, you can't. So pi is an irrational number. Okay? Now, any number that's a terminating decimal, you can write that as a fraction. So that's a rational number. Okay? Now, the square root of 3, nope, you can't do that. And then for decimals that do not have a pattern, see those 3 dots right there? That means that it keeps on going. Okay, so we do not know what numbers are coming next. It's irrational. Okay. Well, that's it for the first page. We're going to end the video right here. If you'd like to watch some of the other problems, just go ahead and start the next video. Otherwise, that's it for Algebra 2, Unit 1 review, problems 1 through 7. If you have any questions on these specific problems, come find Ms. Carranza or myself. We'd love to help you out. Thanks for watching, guys.